All right, with
Hey, Code Sippers. Welcome to another episode of Hot Mic Code Tea, where the mic stays hot and the tea is always a little too cold.
mm,
I'm your girl, Vibes B. I am no longer Code Tea. We have Christy B and Official Beats, as always. And tonight we are diving into the past and present in society. So this should be a good episode. So grab your tea and sip responsibly, because we're about to get into it. How's everybody tonight?
mm, we
Stress,
here.
Good.
We here.
Nobody
Uh,
knows how they feel.
but we're here.
How
I'm
to,
we're
okay.
here.
I'm okay.
Had to turn on my mic. Sorry about that. But yeah, we here
We're here.
doing the thing.
okay. Well, old school versus new school values. When we were growing up, the values we had versus these kids today is a lot different. Like they have so much more freedoms and so many more like rules and that they don't have to follow that parents are more prone to being in trouble for than children are.
Yes.
I think
Yeah,
that's a bit of a reality check for you.
the entitlement for kids is way out of hand. Um, I know as far as when I grew up, entitlement, what? Like there was no
Yeah.
such thing of that. So um, I feel like our values have morphed over the years. Well, at least for me, my values have morphed dealing with kids and raising kids. So yeah, it's it's different.
Sorry, I'm getting my lighting together. But yeah, it's definitely different. I think the kids these days are definitely more privileged or allowed to be more privileged than we were.
Yes.
Even if we had it, we weren't allowed to show it. We weren't allowed to express it.
Right.
It's like they're allowed to express it, they're allowed to show it, you know. It's not okay for parents to be a parent anymore these days. Like I just don't understand. I don't.
Well, my thing is, I wasn't a bad kid, but I got my ass beat. Okay, it was some type of discipline with a belt.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just be clear.
Right.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
now you do that, and
It's child abuse.
it's child abuse. Yeah.
Right.
So
Child
it's
abuse.
Yeah.
the
It's
difference between when I grew up and now is a big difference. Like I definitely was a lot more structured back then, versus how I raise my son now. Like I'm not like a soft parent, but I definitely am a lot neutral with him, I'll say. Like I definitely like want to hear what he's saying. I want to hear how he's feeling. And I didn't get that chance to do that when I was a kid. It's like, do what the fuck I say, and that's it.
That part.
Like, if I tell you, hey,
yeah.
your ass in the house before them street lights come on, you had your ass in this house before them street lights come
You
on.
better
That
you better
part.
be taking
So
your
like,
shoes off
yeah,
while
like
the lights
no.
is coming on. Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Right.
That part. I mean, I think it even boils down to the fact that, you know, at a certain age, you were going home by yourself after school and
Yeah.
you knew not to touch the stove,
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
not to touch the iron, not to unplug a socket. But
Don't
now
answer
it's
the
like,
door. Don't answer the door for nobody.
That one. Mm-hmm.
my kids are like, yeah, the kids nowadays are setting houses on fire and, you know, being defiant when they're supposed to just come home from school and do their homework, wait for the parents to come home. And it's
Hmm.
creating a lot of child abuse cases, you know. Um,
Mm-hmm.
well, that and some parents aren't responsible, but for the most part, we knew what to do and what not to do.
Hmm.
And our parents really didn't have to worry too much with us coming home if we were going to do the right thing or not. It's not like
Right.
that now.
Yeah.
But is it social media's fault or is it society's fault? Like, whose fault is that we can't trust our kids like we were trusted?
I
Mm.
feel like it is society. I don't think it's so much social media. I feel like it's society because lifestyles has been different over the years since we were kids. So like, the responsibility for an adult has gotten heavier to be an adult than back then when we were kids. And I mean, I'm all right. Let me, huh? Like, okay, I mean, the world is so much closer, and I feel like it's like jobs and lifestyle expectations. You didn't really have the you. I'm
Our
not
parents
sure
had
if
to do that though.
I'm not sure if our parents had to go through that a whole lot, but whether they were in the know about it. But I feel like it's a lot heavier now than it was back then because of the knowledge.
I don't think so. I don't think
Okay.
so. I think a lot of that our parents from that era had more understanding of hard work and ethic because a lot of them came from that era, the 50s, the 60s, 40s, So they already had a predisposed notion of what a hustle was. And
Mm,
I think a lot of our generation parents or our generation, we didn't see our parents leaving us home or they had to work two jobs and we didn't see that as a hustle to help raise us. We saw it
right.
as, oh, my mother wasn't there. I got to be different. My father
Right.
wasn't there. I got to be different.
Right.
But now a lot of people are saying that that's not the case. Is if they had to do that, they
Or
had to
maybe
become.
it was just more community then. Like I remember like literally everybody on the block would watch everybody's kids
Yeah.
Yeah,
at some
Yeah.
point. You know what I'm saying? So
Hmm.
just having that community and knowing, oh, if this neighbor sees me doing this, I know I'm gonna get in trouble. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Now it's just kind of everybody is where they
Survival.
are. Yeah, and they
Yeah.
say to themselves,
Hmm.
if it ain't my kids, I'm not worrying about it.
but a lot of that has to do with the fact that a lot of these neighbors were not exactly neighborly to the children. They were pretending to be, and meanwhile, they were probably either abusing a child or molesting a child. So this parent is like, I don't want my kid to experience what I had to go through. I'm
I
not
mean,
gonna.
it's not
I, I don't think it
like
was. I don't think it's that like that direct. I feel like that's because I feel like that's something from not from that's something that you have to find out over a certain period of time. You have to you have to either case search that neighbor or something has to happen for you to find that out.
No, not
Well, I
necessarily because
wasn't
you
saying
don't.
it in the sense of like they are coming to their home and they're doing things to them. I'm just saying, like, if all the kids are playing on the block, or if one kid
That's
walking
right.
home and every other kid lives on that block, or a couple kids live on that block, like that parent for sure. Because my mom was that parent. It was a
Hmm.
couple kids that went to my school, you know what I'm saying? And my mom would make sure they got in the house, even if their parents was there or not. And
Hmm.
we would then come to our home. So that's more of what I was kind of getting at versus,
Right.
oh, you don't trust your kids with this neighbor.
Right.
Hmm.
I mean, I do that for other people's kids because I would want somebody to do that to mine. But
Right,
I'm
right.
saying there are
But
some
that's
people
the
who
era that you grew up in too.
Right.
It was a
Right.
correct,
community.
correct. But a lot of people who did grow up in our era and they don't have the same experience that we had because they weren't
Yeah.
protected like we
Yeah.
Hmm.
were. So they
Hmm.
have a different view on uh,
Hmm.
trusting somebody else to trust their to watch their kid,
Right.
or make sure
Yeah.
their kid get home from school, or
Hmm.
and I'm
Hmm.
still paranoid regardless. I'm still paranoid about my kids
Yeah.
and like letting them catch the bus and stuff. It was hard for me to open up and let them do that.
Hmm.
I had to understand that I have to work and I'm only one person, so they have to adapt. I have to adapt.
Hmm.
Shoot, I think they are more comfortable with it than I am.
Yeah.
You
But
know,
it's because you have taught them, you have told them, like, this is what you're going to do, and your kids
right,
actually respect you.
Right.
This is
It
this
was
is where the trust comes in. This is
yeah,
where the trust comes in.
absolutely.
You gotta give them the rope to
Yes.
let them come in and trust them to
Mm.
hold on to the rope when you're not right there beside them.
Right.
If it's not
Right.
them, I don't trust.
I know you don't. I
Oh
know
yeah.
it's not
No, we
them.
understand. We're
It,
parents.
You know?
I know
You
it's not
know?
them. I know it's not them you don't
Yeah,
trust.
I
It's
know.
the
Yeah.
situations that they're put in
Yes.
or the surroundings. Of course, that's all of us. That's
Yeah.
every parent that loves their offspring. It's
Right.
not they don't think that their child is the one that's going to instigate anything.
Right. Right.
It's the ones that's around them.
Hmm.
And what's even crazier is every parent has that same feeling, but
Hmm.
there's always them kids that's out there that are instigating some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like
Yeah.
every parent has that. No, not mine, not mine. So
Yeah.
everybody's child ain't. Come on now,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? So
Right.
like, but back to that point is yeah, it's just how we all have brought up, and the community has dwindled. Everybody is about survival.
Yeah.
And as long as it's not mine, I don't care.
Hmm.
That's how it is. And I've seen it firsthand. Like, as long as it's not mine. And I've had to deal with it firsthand. Like, yo, like for real? Like,
Yeah.
what if that was your kid?
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? What if the shoe was on the other foot?
Yeah.
You know?
Right. Yeah. I just
So
it just has I think it's a situational experience. You know,
Yeah,
people
for sure.
have
mm-hmm.
gone through some or
Mm-hmm.
they just self-centered. A lot of people are self-centered. If it ain't benefiting me, I'm not going to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So, but that's I don't even think that's a generational thing. I just think that's a
Societal.
society
Yeah,
thing.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What about relationships? Do you remember how you in the back of the day, you dudes would like holler at girls from across the street, like,
Mhm.
now you
Yo,
swiping,
yeah.
swiping.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember I used to have this crush on this girl a long time ago. And like you could just never like even once you know that it was not gonna happen, you just feel like crushed. And it's just like a puppy love type thing. So like it happens, and the relationships back then you had write letters like
Hmm.
circle
Yeah.
yes,
Like,
the little treasure box, the little like the little four thing which I can't remember the name of it, but
yeah,
you write little messages on it. If you pick the number, you pick this
right.
number.
Yeah.
Yeah, you remember those,
Like
that,
yes or no, or maybe.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Used to have all like like it was so bad, not with me, but it was so bad. Like you would, I remember in elementary school for sure. Girls would write letters, or even guys would write letters, and and we had lockers back in my elementary school, so we would just slide them. Like they had like little vents, we just slide the letter right in there and circle yes, yeah. So like that is a long lost art. Now everybody has you
Yeah.
like me, yes or no. Like
Via
Right.
text message.
and it's not even written, it's text
Via
message.
text message.
Yeah.
Via text message. I don't
Yeah.
know which one was better, like the old school way or the new school way.
The old school way, for sure.
For sure.
Old school way.
I feel
Yeah,
like it built
sure.
I
We
feel
had
like it
the
built
music,
connectivity.
we had the romance. Like, I
Mhm.
mean, do you remember being in like second, third, fourth grade and boys are like bringing things to you for Valentine's Day?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do they do that now? Like, I
I
don't even think
I was one of them. I was one of them. I remember
see it.
I was
Yeah.
one of them back in
Right.
middle school. I remember that distinctively. I got this girl a bear and a balloon and brought it to school and gave it to her, and she she took it, but then soon after that it was like, okay, what's next? It was funny as hell. Like thinking about it now, it's like, damn, what's next?
Well, shit, now you can't even bring a cupcake to school for a girl
True.
Hmm.
because it's like so many fucking allergies and
Uh-huh.
all this
What
wild
if
ass
she
shit. Like, right, you gotta find different
Yeah.
ways. So I guess in the progression of it, it's better because the new school is better because it allows you to think. But then back then it was just like this is what we see and this is what we know to be love or like, you know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So we do these things.
Hmm.
I mean, still hands down old school for me. Old school.
What
You know
about
how
the
people say I want that 90s love? Like that's exactly what I grew up in. So it's
Hmm.
what I love. It's I mean, it's that's never gonna change for me.
true? What about these new school prom proposals?
Hold on. Prom proposals. What the fuck is that?
If you propose to somebody to go to the prom with you,
You mean just ask them?
it's
Yes,
It's
but
not a proposal.
ask
I
them
said,
in like an
well,
extravagant
no,
way.
you
Like
propose to
you're
Yeah,
gonna
somebody
I'm
if
like,
you're
why is it a proposal? Like, why we even
I
stick
mean,
that name
well
on it?
that's just kind of what they call it because it's a big thing.
That's that YN
Like
shit. That YN shit. Anyway, but
definitely.
yes. I guess if it's a thing, then yeah, I guess. I mean,
But
mm,
here's what gets me about that. You do this big elaborate thing,
mhm.
propose for prom, but you don't do that to ask if this person will be your significant other.
I
Now,
wouldn't say significant, but
or
yes,
boyfriend,
girlfriend.
girlfriend, whatever.
Yeah,
Like,
Yeah.
um,
Because it's the thing to do. Like, most likely, you're not going to ask for a girl to be your girlfriend in front of everybody. You're going to do it. Y'all go out to dinner, y'all go to the movies, y'all go, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're going to do it more in an intimate way. And I think because it is such a big thing that these kids are doing prom proposals, it's like, let everybody see. Like, I've even seen videos where it's been a boy like have all the kids line up on each side of the hallway and they're passing her roses. At the end, she has a sign that says, "Will you go to the prom with me?" And it's just like
that's actually kind of dope and sweet, but at the same time, it's
very much
like,
so. It is.
really,
It's sweet, but really, like I mean,
y'all
when
seen each other every day in school, and you did all
right.
this, like,
When I was going to prom, the boy was just like, "Oh, you want to go to
yo, you trying
prom?"
to go prom?
right?
Okay,
And
all right, whatever. Like it wasn't like this big thing,
Right.
you know.
But
yeah,
should it be though?
I mean, it's a moment in time, but mm,
It is something you can't get back.
that's
Yeah,
what I'm
but,
saying.
but
It's a moment,
then
but
yeah, it's a moment, but then what happens after that?
right.
It's like, okay,
Will you go to college with me?
right, like what the hell, you know, like, but I mean it, and we all know 9 times out of 10, a lot of people don't stay with the people that they're going to prom with. So it's like
Facts.
kind of like I don't need all that, like, and a lot of them are not even couples.
I know.
Mm,
That's what I'm
They're
saying.
just people in the class.
that are just
Like,
going to
One to
prom
put
with each
something
other.
on.
Yeah.
yeah. So it's like I guess it would hit a little different for me if a lot of them were in relationships already.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
I would be like, okay, oh, that's sweet. Like I
Mm.
was dropping my son off at school the other day, and these two kids I know for sure were going to his school, right? And the boy was kneeling down, and that's kind of what made me pay attention. He got roses out of his book bag and gave them to the girl.
Oh.
And I was like, this is so sweet. Where's that romance? Like, that's cute to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Super cute. But people, it's just very rare that it happens like that now
Yeah.
versus back then when, we were growing up.
True. What about the work ethic back then and now?
Oh, it's definitely saturated.
Um, I think kids these days they find more hustles than I think we did.
You
We
think
knew we
so?
had to get a job, but we weren't like
Yeah.
trying to figure out a hustle for it, so to
Mhm.
speak. We just worked at you know fast food restaurant.
In them places. Yeah.
And
Like,
now they can work on YouTube. They can work on Instagram. They can
yeah.
work in a fast food
With
restaurant. They can
TikTok.
That's a fair
TikTok.
assessment. That's
You
a
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
fair one.
I get that. I get that.
Yeah.
I can agree with that.
That's
For
because the world is closer to technology's a lot different. I feel like we would be doing the same thing, if not further, if we would have had that back
yeah,
then.
But we
Back
did
that.
have that. We just didn't have it
I
mainstream as
mean not
we had video cameras. People were videotaping themselves, putting it out there. It just
yeah,
wasn't as
the
easy.
quality
Yes, the
wasn't
quality and as
You had to
easy.
hustle on the corner to sell your video,
yeah,
Right.
yeah,
but you still made a video.
yeah. That's true.
Yeah. Okay. That's fair too.
Yeah.
What about fashion?
I feel like I feel like our fashion was way better
It was way
growing
better
up.
Yeah,
for
it
sure.
Growing
still
up.
is today. You
It's
just
it's
upgraded to a, you know.
No, it is.
the
I mean, but I feel like it's the same. Like everything just kind of repeats itself.
piece itself,
So
yeah,
we had it and then they just kind of took it
Hmm.
and
and made
twisted it.
it a little bit,
Mm,
different. But
Yeah.
it was ours for sure.
yeah,
Everything they have is inspired by what we did, for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's a good thing that these young ones are doing. They put a little twist on
Mm.
how we did it, and that's I like to see the new flavor that they do it with. You know what I mean?
So what do y'all
Like,
think about the mini skirts on the guys?
oh, I
I'm
saw
I'm trying to
that.
understand that one.
Yeah, I didn't even want to speak about that,
I'm trying to
but since you
understand
brought it
the
up,
logic. I don't understand it.
I was talking to my homeboy about that shit, and I was like, "Yo, why are niggas doing this?" He was like, "Doing what?" I said, "I just saw a video of these two dudes
Hmm.
saying, yeah, yo, mini skirt, yeah, they're like on video."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Why are they doing this?" He's like, "That's that YN shit." I was like, "Yeah, I know, but but they looking like Thugnificent from Boondocks right now."
It
When
looks
Riley had on the had on the skirt and a purse,
yeah.
and he said,
Yeah.
"No, this is the look for Thugnificence." You got to watch the episode. If y'all don't
Yeah.
know, you know. If y'all the ones that's out there that know, they know. But I don't understand why these people are doing this now. These boys, these young men are doing this.
Didn't they start that trend here in Atlanta? I think it started here in
Yeah.
Atlanta. Yeah.
It
Really?
yeah,
Mhm.
it started there.
Oh
It
my
started
God.
in Georgia.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sad. I'm glad I'm not from here then. I'm
But also,
glad I'm not
what
from here.
made them go into a store and be like,
And
I'm
I'm about
glad.
the shortest fucking skirt that I can find.
Right.
It's
Right.
even classy.
No, no, no. I seen a video. I seen a video with a dude with a lace one on. Yes, lace. Lace.
This is different.
Yes.
This
That's
is so different.
disgusting. Disgusting. It was disgusting. to
I
say.
don't
somebody
get
had to do that. I gotta figure out what celebrity did that because it's no way somebody just went into a store and was like, I'm out to go buy that skirt. That's a cute skirt. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. But I mean, it is Atlanta, so
It's definitely fashion fail. Period.
For sure.
Fashion
it's not
fail.
undercover.
Sure.
Hmm.
So respecting your elders, like past generation versus this generation.
Oh, it was no exceptions for us.
Yeah,
Like
for sure.
it was just this is Mrs. So and so, and this is how you're gonna address this person.
Hmm.
Like even now, like my grandmother used to work at my old elementary school, and like even when I see like some of the teachers that were mine, but my grandmother had relationships with them, it's like I still say Miss such
Hmm.
and such. Like I don't
For
like I
sure.
can't like and she's like, no, well, you're grown. Like you don't call me by
Right.
my first name. And I'm like, no, like you're gonna forever be this person to me.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't like I can't get past that. I'm always gonna say it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. For me, it was the same. Like I could never change just because I'm grown. That don't take that away.
Yeah,
I'm still that little Timmy that you
right,
know.
right,
You know what
right.
I'm saying? So like, I'm always gonna call you Miss such and such, like Miss Lori or Miss, you know, Diane, or you know what I'm saying. So like, I'm gonna always, or Mr. Stanley. You know what I'm saying? Like my
Right.
stepfather, he was my stepdad. I always call him Mr. Stanley, regardless. You know, even though I'm grown, you know, that never changes. So I second that for
I think
sure.
it's a
I think
respect.
that's a regional thing too because They teach that in our kids' school here. They have to say yes, ma'am, yes, sir.
Yeah.
Right.
Even on Jakari's football team, he
Yeah,
has
they
to
gotta
call
say
his
yes,
coach,
sir.
yes, sir.
Yeah.
So
But we grew up in the city. So it was like you know what I'm saying? Like it depended on where you came from, like
yeah,
meaning your family background and shit like that.
Yeah.
definitely,
I mean, you have kids calling their parents by their first name now. And it's
definitely.
like,
Nah, I used to get popped for not saying no, sir, and yes, sir to my dad. I used to get popped. If I
man,
didn't say yes, ma'am, or no, man, I used to get popped. I remember it distinctly up until when I was, old enough, teenager. But I used to get popped for saying it, for not
Yeah,
saying it. They'd be like, "What?" So
I remember my great aunt when we used to come to Georgia for Thanksgiving, and she would be cooking. Everybody would come to her house or whatever, and we had to go outside and pick pecans. And when she told you better go outside and pick them, you better go outside and pick them. And she
right.
was older then, so she really couldn't chase you, but you better go do what she told you to do.
you know when she
Oh,
got close to your
You knew
ass.
oh, she
when
she
she told you go pick the pecans, you went to go pass outside and pick the
she get
pecans.
to you like molasses when she get to you.
Yeah.
Hmm.
What about community support? I think we
I,
touched
I,
on that a little bit
yeah, I
earlier.
spoke on that earlier. Like
Yeah,
it's no community support.
yeah,
Yeah,
Like you
yeah.
might get a hello when you walk out the door. Maybe. You know what I'm saying?
Although I've noticed, I think me and V have many conversations about that. Ever since we moved here to Georgia, the Southern hospitality is strong here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Strong. You don't gotta. You walk into a building. You walk into a building. They'll speak to you when you walk in,
Hmm.
not as if you were already there.
yeah.
They'll
Yeah.
acknowledge you. It's like, oh, hey, how y'all doing? Like
Yeah.
Maryland, we never got that shit.
Right. Yeah.
Never got that shit. They'll look at you
Very
like you
weird here.
crazy.
Very weird. Whole other world.
See?
You like
I'm
you crazy.
like
But
it had got to a point where if I walk into a store and you don't greet me, you don't speak to me, you don't acknowledge me, I'm gonna walk around and I'm gonna walk my ass right back out. Because
mm,
I was just brought up in a different era where you
mhm,
speak when someone enters the room, just like when you go to someone's home. It
mhm,
doesn't matter if you know those people, you speak.
Yeah.
mhm.
Like,
I
you don't,
even carried on the tradition. So like when I'm in buildings and people coming up and like, hey, how you doing? Like I
yeah,
just, it's just,
you pick
it's
up on it.
crazy.
Yeah.
I picked it
Used
up
to doing
too.
it though too. So it's
Yeah.
like it kind of
Yeah.
comes easy. You have to
Hmm.
get readjusted to it because here in the city it's just not like that. Like everybody's
Hmm.
just so on go and nobody it's like nobody has
Hmm.
time to say, "How
Yeah.
you doing?" Like,
Hmm.
"Hi." Like you look at them weird cuz I've even done it like myself. Like sometimes I'll be in a grocery store and somebody will walk by and they'll be like, "Oh, how you doing?" I'll be looking like, "What the fuck?"
What did I do?
Well,
Like I
oh,
don't want.
hey, how are you?
Yeah.
And I walk away. It's just like it's not common anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. How about how we got the news versus how the news is disseminated today?
I like now.
It's more
I
in
like.
your face now.
Yeah. I
I
like
can't wait
now.
for the
You
5 o'clock
you
news to be like, oh my God,
Yeah.
what happened for the
Yeah,
day?
yeah, yeah.
can't run away from it
No.
now. You can't run away from it. So I like now.
I mean, well, when I was in school, like we had to read the paper
Yeah.
in class. And it's like pick a topic
Mm.
and write 4 paragraphs about this topic.
Oh
Write
shit.
a paragraph about it. Like I had to do that in school. So it was newspaper for me for sure.
Yeah. I was
Now
I was
just
brought up in
like
public school.
everything. Yeah, I was too. I was
Oh,
too.
okay. Okay.
We
Okay.
that was just something that we did every morning that we had to do. If we didn't, we was gonna get a 0 for that day.
Damn.
So it's like we had to read the paper. We had to understand it. We had to sit down and write something about it. Now, just like y'all said, it's just right there in your face. Like all you gotta do is scroll.
Yep.
I mean, it's not much work to it.
Right.
I like the fact that we actually had to work for it back then, and now it's just like, okay, here you go.
Yeah, everybody knows everything
Yeah,
and
right.
everything. about everything
Yeah.
and have opinions about everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but yeah, I like now. That's all. I'd rather
Everybody
be
likes
all in my
now
face.
because it's like continuous of in your face. Oh my God,
Yeah,
that
I'd
happened to me.
rather be in my face.
Oh
Like,
my
all
God.
right, god damn,
Yeah.
Yeah,
fuck.
As
yeah,
soon as somebody passed away, you're not gonna wait to see it in the paper the next day. Like it's just gonna pop up
that
on your
part.
timeline. And
That
Yep.
part. Yep.
Yeah.
What about cancel culture n- today versus accountability back in the day?
Hmm.
mm,
Back in the day, people were held accountable. Now you just get canceled and you're not held accountable because people just cancel you.
I
I
think it
don't.
depends on how deep it really is, right? Or how
Yeah.
popular you are now.
Hmm.
Back then, you kind of had to apologize. So I get what you're saying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you had to take accountability because
Y-
if not, you were going to be plastered multiple times across the news until it
Mhm.
was just like beating a dead horse.
You talking about now, right?
No, back then.
Oh, back then. Oh,
Now,
now,
when they cancel
shit.
you, you just cancel. Nobody talks
Yeah,
about
yeah.
Oh,
Hmm.
yeah. They just stopped talking about you. Oh, yeah. I guess. I guess it's easier now than
Hmm.
back then because you're plastered everywhere, so everybody will have to know. Yeah.
Hmm.
I thought now was worse than back then because you have to go find out back then versus now it's everywhere.
it's everywhere for until they cancel you. Back
Yeah,
then, they never canceled you. It just kept coming up.
yeah,
Okay, so y'all feel okay. All right, so I'm on the same page then. All right.
Yeah. But I think that now it's a like more of an invasion of privacy
Right.
than back then.
Mhm. Mhm.
Because back then they would just keep running the same thing. Now
Yeah.
it's like, oh no,
yeah,
we about to
Or whenever they see you,
figure
they
out
just
where that
ask that same daunting question.
yeah,
yeah.
So how did you meet such and such?
yeah.
You know. You're like,
Make
oh
me
god.
CNN. So who did you look up to back then
Phew.
versus now? Who was your role model?
I can say now who my role models are, and I'm really big on couples, and I think everybody can kind of relate to the Obamas. I know we've talked about them
Yeah.
before, but
Mhm.
I think like
Yeah.
how they came in and what they did and how they changed everything literally. I mean, the mood, the world, period. Like everybody
Mhm.
wanted a piece of them.
What
Like I
they stood what they stood for?
Yeah,
Yeah.
all of that,
Yeah.
all of that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And they
Yeah.
kind of showed like what we weren't used to seeing a lot, which were black families and then black families in office.
Black
And
families succeeding in
yeah,
office.
yeah,
Yeah.
But with
So
that,
yeah.
we have to understand that there were struggles that didn't come easy for them.
Oh yeah, no,
facts,
no,
big
That's
for
what I'm
facts.
saying.
sure.
That yeah, you want to be
Yeah,
like them, but you also
absolutely.
don't struggle too. You can't just
Yeah,
be like, oh, I want to be like them and don't want to deal with the hard shit.
right,
Right.
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 Yeah.
That's 100%. Man, you hit that right on head.
But I think the
Couldn't have
people
said it
who
no
get
better.
it, get it. I think
Hmm.
as adults, we all know that. I mean, it was struggle behind that. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's why people gravitated too. Like usually you get people in office that silver spoon fed all their lives, trust
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
funds. They don't really have to do shit. Like they own businesses already and they're successful. But then you get people like them and it's like everybody admire them. So like in like as an adult, those two were definitely the people that I looked up to as far as entertainment for sure. Or,
My role model back then was Michael Jackson.
oh yeah. I think it was everybody.
What?
I was
Oh
about
my God, man. You took the name right out my we is on the same wave. I
to
swear to God, I wanted to be Michael Jackson so bad.
Yeah, me too.
Man, what? I had the jacket. I had like a little necklace with a glove on it that had the M in the middle. Like
Man,
it got serious. It
yeah.
was bad.
I wanted to be Michael Jackson so bad. It was Michael Jackson. I wanted and I'm most people that really know me know I wanted to be like Bruce Lee. I wanted to be Bruce Lee for real. Like all his movies. I was acting them out as a kid. I wanted to be because he was so small and he was beating the shit out of every fucking body.
Bruce Lee.
Yes, Bruce Lee, black. He was drinking Hennessy in his movies. He's black for real. He's black for real. He ain't Asian. He black. He's more relatable to us than you think he is. But yes, I wanted to be Michael Jackson, Bruce Lee, and
Hello.
that's pretty much it as a kid.
I wanted to be T-Balls from TLC.
Yeah.
I always just liked that she was just
I
so
like Chewy.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, she
yeah,
was just so laid back and I like I said, I always go off of what I relate to. And I felt
right,
like I was kind of like, that kid.
right,
You know. Yeah, so I for sure wanted to be her.
yeah.
I like Left Out too though. But
Yeah,
she was
yeah.
yeah. Okay, so let's play red flag or nah.
Okay.
All right. Posting your whole relationship online.
Yikes. I
Red flag
feel
or nah.
like,
Red flag for me because I'm a very private person when
Mhm.
it comes to my relationships.
Mhm.
Like I might throw out subliminals and things like that, but you will never know exactly what's going on in my relationship.
yeah,
I mean, that's just me.
you shouldn't. That's a great trait that everyone should take on because they don't need to know your business. Like, come on,
Yeah.
like
But see, what versus then and now, like MySpace, you put your boo on MySpace,
Yeah.
you ain't
but
never
but
had no
Face. Oh
issues.
my
But
but
now
God.
you
think
put your boo on Facebook and like this, the dude got like 20 other women.
but
So
think of the
most of people
time of
don't know.
MySpace. Think of the time.
MySpace is definitely the new IG. First
Yeah,
the Facebook and then the IG, if you
yeah,
don't know what MySpace is. Sorry to
Yeah.
cut you off.
MySpace, just think of the time when MySpace was really the thing for us. A
Mhm.
lot of us were single and a lot of us was just dating. A lot of us were just young little hoppers when
Yeah.
MySpace was out. So it's not this sophisticated as of right now, you know? Just imagine if MySpace was now. We would think that it's something that the kids should be on. We wouldn't be on that. I mean, we would be on it, but
you can
we
still
wouldn't
see,
be on it.
you can still have friends from other places, from other schools, from other areas, neighborhoods, whatever.
Mhm.
I get that. But that's what IG, Facebook is now. It's the new MySpace. Like,
Yeah,
you
but it was
know,
more, it was more exciting then. It
because
wasn't.
we were kids, man.
It's
We
like
were
the new
kids.
thing.
We were kids. Of course, it's more exciting. We didn't know what the fuck we were doing. We were just,
Right.
well, let me just get
It's just like it's this new thing. Oh my God, I could see this person and I could,
right.
it was
We
just
can
different.
talk to them at any. We can talk to them on our phones. We can talk to them on our computer. We can send emojis. We can send
Mhm.
kissy faces. We can do all the same shit that we do on our phones right now on MySpace. So yeah, of course, it's a lot different than now. We have responsibilities.
I would say the red flag for me though, putting all your whole relationship online is like a lot of times that is fake.
Yeah,
Like their relationship is fake.
Yeah,
So,
true.
yeah. I like the privacy better.
For sure. For sure.
um, so this one, back in
Don't
the day, men paying all the bills.
I feel like emotional damage. I can hear it on my head like, I can it's a lot of pressure. That's a lot of pressure.
Mhm.
Is that a red flag or no?
Back then, no. Now, yes. Yes, it's a lot of pressure now. Um, because back then things were the technology, the world wasn't so close. Um, just a lot of different variables was different back then than now. Now you got so much. It's so much different. Just the word, just off the sheer fact that the world is a lot closer, and social media puts this thing out here. We didn't have it back then. Social media didn't wasn't a thing back then. So if a man was paying all the bills, he ain't going around telling everybody that shit. And then and
Was kind of the norm. Everybody knew back then that the men were working and the women were not so much.
Mhm.
right, but it wasn't the thing that it wasn't like a staple. It wasn't like a expectation. They they just did it, because it was their families that they were supporting a lot of the times. Now, I don't know. Nowadays, it's more so like if you're gonna pay all my bills, then we good, and that's a lot of pressure now.
Why?
It is. Why? Because the whole ship depends on the man
The whole ship
financially.
depends on a lot of women too.
I understand that, but nobody's complaining about the man or the woman paying all the bills. It's still a lot of pressure.
I would disagree. I would think it would be more pressure back then because a lot of families only had one person working. You know what I'm saying? It was predominantly the men that were
True.
getting money, and the women were pretty much staying home and, raising the kids and things like that. So I would think it would be more pressure back then versus now. Like, we both can work. You know what I'm saying? And we still know we had these different things that are put in place for us to work, that we can take them to daycares. We they have after school programs, and like all of these other things are available now versus back then. So I would definitely say it's more pressure. Now, if you're talking about just the internet in general, I would say for now it's more pressure for men because it's like this is what I'm expecting you to do. But I also think that comes with women and how we have changed as people. It's just like I mean, we fight for us to get to this point where we can work and we can provide for our families, and it is a, two income household. And now we're going back to the freak era where it's like, oh no, I'm just going, I'm gonna fuck this nigga right quick and he gonna give me this money. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm,
it's changed. We as women have changed and we don't value the same as back then.
don't value what
Don't
the
value the relationships. We don't
oh,
value our
okay,
men. We don't value
right,
the fact that they're going out and they're providing for us and
right,
we're able, like that's a privilege to sit at home.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
men, a lot of the time, like
you
women
had to.
get hired.
Yeah,
Right. You kind of had
right.
to.
You
Women
had to.
can get hired for certain
Hmm.
positions that will
Hmm.
put her in a place where she's on the same playing field or a little bit under her
I,
husband.
I
Or,
feel like it was
you know,
non-existent for them back then. I
yeah,
feel like
that's
it
what
was
I'm saying.
non-existent.
Like, I mean, we're just fighting for women to, receive the same pay, and we've been
Right,
doing it. You know what
right,
I'm saying? So it's that's a kind of funny little situation, but
right.
we as women have definitely changed the way we deal with certain things.
Yeah.
So I would for sure say a lot more pressure back then versus now. And it depends on how you look at it. Because, like I said, it could be, are you looking at the internet? Are you looking at Instagram? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But I feel like the social media is clouding a lot of people's judgment
Yeah.
on what on what it should be
Yeah.
when it's not that in real life.
Yeah.
And but that's where the being an adult and
Yeah.
knowing, your boundaries and knowing what you can and cannot do,
Mm.
you know, comes into play because those expectations are very, very far few
Yeah.
between nowadays. Because you're gonna need a two income household, if not three,
Yeah. Yeah.
nowadays.
Yeah.
So multiple, I
Mhm.
should say, multiple income household.
Yeah.
The kids got to get on into it soon enough.
Yeah.
You know, as soon as they get of age, you got to be like, all right, go out there and get that
Gotta
shit.
brand them as a
You
business.
Right.
know what I'm saying? So like it's not it's far much more different than back in the day. You
Mhm.
would never think about kicking your 14, 15, 16-year-old out there to get a
Right.
job to make their own money. Back
Yeah.
then, you would
Mhm.
never do that. You'd be like, "Nah, go ahead, play some basketball. I got you. You know, or play some sports, you know." And
But
yeah,
that comes with just like the cost of living, just in general.
yes, that too.
But I think a lot
And
of people
inflation.
talk about if the man is able to provide for you and you're showing all these things on Instagram, half the time, half the year, that nigga's not there because he's working. So
Yep.
then that is then driving you to something else.
Yep.
Let's talk about that part of it,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
So I guess I can kind of see like the pressure being a lot now, just being able to sustain a home
Hmm.
the
It's
right way.
harder. It's harder now than it was back then.
I, yeah,
And it could be subjective too, because I don't know how lucrative the jobs were back then
right.
too.
Yeah,
So the jobs were probably not paying as much, even though the man is supporting.
yeah.
You seen good times. Joe
The
is
cost
always
of living,
claiming about crying about money.
the cost of living was just
You know,
different. You know
you
what I'm
know.
saying? And again, back to that
James, my
community
fault,
word,
James.
it was
Right,
more community. Like
right.
everybody worked together and they
Hmm.
made shit happen. And I think we've lost that. We've just got on this independent run where it's like, I don't
Survival of the
need
fit.
anybody. Fuck it.
Hmm.
I'm gonna do this shit myself and I'm gonna, get it out the mud, whatever. It's different.
Yeah.
So what about traditional gender roles now and then? Who want traditional gender roles that were back in the day now in this world? And we just kind of touched on that a little bit.
Yeah. We
That's a
kind of
red
Um,
flag.
it's a
That's
red
I
flag.
I feel like men who do that are a little bit insecure and they want their woman where they want their woman. They don't
Mm,
want their woman to make more money than them, and they want to keep them where they can keep them.
what
is it
but what if but what if the woman doesn't mind that? That's still the man fault?
No,
So why is it just the man fault?
I said I think men who want that. I didn't say women. I said men.
No, I'm talking about the women who would want that though.
If they want that, kudos to them. I mean,
I
I
don't want that because I mean,
I need to make my own money.
like back in the day, like I could like I mean, you got to think like those women went through a lot being at home. Like
Sure.
this man
I'm
would come
sure.
home, he would, expect his dinner cooked, expect the kids to be, you know what I'm saying? If he didn't have that, a lot of the time he was knocking the shit out of her. Like, I make the fucking money. You know what
That
I'm saying?
part.
Like,
Hmm.
That part.
versus
Insecurity.
now where women are actually able to be providers as well, and sometimes a lot better than men.
Hmm. True.
So back in the day, I would never choose that. Never choose that route. Like,
But
let me go off and make my own money.
Unless you're
okay.
about to finance the hell out of me.
Okay, I can probably
I'm expensive.
I feel like some in some cases it worked for some families
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
to where the communication between the couple, the
Mhm.
husband or wife or girlfriend or whoever, the woman had a say so too, and the man honored her say so. So
Absolutely.
it does work. It
Yeah.
just takes the ones who want to work at it.
Right.
Now, you know, I feel like it can still happen now. But but I'm not saying in our household. I'm saying it can happen.
I thought we was gonna
She
have to
said,
go
"Nigga,
there.
I'ma work."
It can happen. I'm just saying it just takes it takes some understanding between the two to where, you know, if I'm going to be doing this, you can do this, or if you're going to be doing this, I'm going to do this, and we're going to make sure that whatever happens, we're going to do this together versus since I'm making all the money, you
Yeah.
doing such. Nah, we ain't no, it ain't no dictatorship. You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't be no dictatorship when it's one, when you're living together or in under one roof,
Mhm.
you know. So
For
I feel
me,
like a lot, huh?
for me, I feel like don't expect me to, whether you're paying all the bills or not. Don't put that on me because I get tired too.
Right,
It would
right.
have to definitely when people say 50-50, and I don't like that shit.
Yeah.
I don't like the term in reference to the meaning of what people think it is. You know what
Mm,
I'm saying? If
hmm.
I'm tired today and you come home, cook a meal. It's okay to do that. I don't
Hmm.
believe in gender roles
Hmm.
Right.
at all. Like if the trash need to be taken out, I don't mind taking the fucking trash out. Like it
Right.
needs to
Right.
be done. Let's do what's
Right.
Right.
Let's
necessary
just do what's
Right.
necessary.
make
Yes,
it work.
exactly.
Like
Right.
you have a
Right.
problem, you find a solution.
Right.
Right.
Period. That's it.
This 50-50 gets lost in translation, and people
Yes.
actually understand their 50% of their relationship that they're bringing or not bringing to the situation.
Yeah.
So then it just is just downhill from there. So
Yeah. I think people means, I mean, when they think about 50-50, it's like, okay, you pay all the bills and I'll just clean the house. That's technically kind of not 50-50. Like we're going to
Mm,
share these responsibilities.
right.
We have a
Right.
home
We
together.
both live here. So
Yes, we
like
both live
live
here. So
here.
if you see
We
something needs to be cleaned up,
just take
don't
care of it.
necessarily think that I'm
you're
supposed to
supposed
do
to
it
do it
because
because
I'm
Right.
the woman. You know
Right.
what
exactly.
I'm saying? And that's what we're for,
Hmm.
right? So I don't like those terms.
That. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Yeah.
Oversharing your trauma on social media. Red flag or not.
Definite red flag.
It's like
So
Definite.
I saw this story on YouTube when I was trying to search for some stuff for some current events for us, and it was this TikToker. Her husband had terminal brain cancer,
hmm
and she killed herself. She killed the husband, two of the kids, and herself.
Oh
And
wow.
she
Damn.
posted videos prior.
The family? Did she kill the whole family?
She left with the
God.
baby
God damn.
Oh wow.
because he had brain cancer.
No, but she was crazy before.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
That's
definitely.
you just I mean, I understand in
You
people
don't just
snapping.
yeah.
But no, you had a little twitch in you before. That nigga
Yeah.
pissed your ass off before you found out he had brain cancer, and then you just could not take it.
yeah. But why the
That's
kids
that's
though?
just. But why the kids though,
Why the
right?
kids?
That's what I'm saying. Like you had some other issues going on. That
Right.
was
He was
completely.
already crazy.
Yeah, you was already there.
Yeah,
For
but it
sure.
was just
Yeah.
she had posted like several videos of, oh, he's going to chemo and this is what I'm dealing with and I'm helping him out, like as if she was loving him through the pain.
Mm,
But then you killed him, your children, and yourself.
Mm,
mm,
So
yeah. That's
you gotta,
mm,
yeah, yeah,
special place in
red
hell for
flag.
her.
yeah.
Definitely. For sure.
Okay,
Wow.
staying in a marriage no matter what, even if you're not happy.
Red flag. As hard as it is to let go, it's a red flag. You gotta do what you gotta do. Your happiness matters, your
Mhm.
peace matters, your tranquility matters on both sides. So you gotta chalk it up. If your marriage is that bad, you gotta go.
Yeah.
Somebody gotta go.
Okay,
Yeah.
it's easy. It's easier
I
said
know it's easier
when
said than
you're
For
done.
married.
sure. For
Yes,
sure.
I know it's easier said than
It's
done.
easier said than done because when you're married, it's not as easy as you walking away from a relationship,
hmm
especially when you've invested
Yes.
yourself because that's what the marriage you're investing yourself, you
Right.
know. So yeah, it's definitely a red flag, but it has to have some caveats to the red flag.
Gotcha. Caveat.
Airing out family drama online instead of keeping it in the house.
Red flag. Red flag for sure.
Family drama, like in immediate family, or just like,
Family.
Family.
It's family.
oh yeah, it's red flag for sure. But it's I was just trying to, I guess, generalize it in some ways. I don't. I guess I don't know, but it's definitely red flag
I think it's
because
all for entertainment anyway, entertainment purposes.
Yeah, it's like we don't need to know. Like I feel like you can get online and you can say these things about your family. One, what are you saying about me? And two, the way you're putting this into words and you're so detailed, why not take
like,
that to that family member?
Yeah.
right. Why don't you say that
Why
to
not
them?
keep
Right.
that, and it can be a text. Like you don't necessarily have to talk to that person in their face, but articulate that to them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So you can kind
Mm-hmm.
of work that out a little bit.
Mm.
If it depends though on how serious the situation is.
Yeah, if it's just a misunderstanding, then that family
Yeah, if it's
member
just
is
a
just gonna air it
misunderstanding,
out.
like,
Yeah.
yeah, don't what you going to social media for? I think people look for people to agree with them.
They do. They do.
And they
Yeah.
look for likes and they look for the comments where people go, "Oh
Validation.
my God, like
Validation.
what's
Yes.
going on?"
Validation.
Validation.
Right. Why
Mm-hmm.
would she do that to you? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like people are looking for that sympathy
Mm-hmm.
And the
there.
crazy part is they get it and they get the notoriety off of their pain.
Hmm. Yeah.
Crazy. Crazy how the world works.
Yeah.
All right. Old school rules. Kids should be seen but not heard.
Oh, that's definitely a rule for
Not
sure.
That's not a red flag for me.
It's
I
not a red flag. No, because I was definitely that. You don't
yeah.
speak unless you're spoken to.
Mm.
It was no sitting around adults when they're talking.
Oh
Y'all go
yeah. Yeah.
outside. Like go
Yeah.
outside and
Yeah.
play.
That's how I was
Go
growing up too.
upstairs, go in the basement. And y'all gonna go somewhere else. Y'all ain't about to sit in this kitchen with us
Mm-hmm.
while we talking grown folks business. No, you
Mm-hmm.
get your ass on somewhere else. And we knew. Like my grandmother would look at me
Right.
and I
The look.
would okay, let me turn my ass around. Like,
Right.
it's not a conversation for me.
Right.
You just knew.
But I think, man, sad to say it, but I think it's because of these phones, these the technology. We don't have those type of talks anymore when it comes to we could just pick up the phone, we could just send a text or you know what I'm saying? So we don't have that interaction, like you said, the community part.
Yeah.
When you don't have that, so when the kids are around us, we can send the craziest text to our moms or to one another and handle it that way, the kids won't even know.
Yeah.
So that whole, you know what I'm saying, atmosphere is just eliminated over time. So yeah.
I mean, we have to get on the kids a lot too when we're having a conversation they want to butt
Oh,
into.
true.
Yeah.
So
For sure.
I
For
want to say
sure.
that
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We do. We've done that
they have to
recently.
understand their place.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
everyone chasing clout instead of respect.
Mm.
Red flag.
Red
Red.
flag for sure. Yeah, that is.
Capitalizing on your trauma.
Yeah. Red flag. 1,000%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like being in high school when people are laughing at you for for how you who you are, how you look or whatever, and you're
Mm,
just, thinking that they're your friend. And they're not.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's sad.
Working one job for 30 years versus job hopping every 2 to 3 years. That's not a red flag for me because I'm gonna chase my money. I don't care
Yeah.
when I get to where I want to be. That's when I'm going to stop. I'm never
Oh,
going to stop chasing the money.
Yeah.
okay. So for me, because I've been on that side, maybe not for 30 years, but I worked at a place for like 13, 14 years.
Mm.
And as of late, my life has been different from that because I've been jumping from job to job to job to job. I hate it. I
Yeah.
fucking despise it. But it's shown me a lot about myself and about where I was at that time. And um it's sort of bittersweet because I know me. So I know my work ethic. So it's never not gonna I'm never not gonna not just not work at all. So I know that's not in my head. It's just the fact that jumping from job to job to job is like showing the the instability, if that's a word. But it doesn't really give you the consistency that you want. Well, for me. And I feel like the 30-year job puts you in the box though, because you don't experience those
Mm-hmm.
other places. So it's like I said, it's bittersweet because being as though that I worked at that place for 15 years or 13 years, it's like, all right, now I got to see the world outside of that because I've been there for so long. I've done so many things and been under that umbrella for so long. So I just know how that works. That may not work over here or over there or over there or over there. 9 times out of 10, it doesn't work over here and over there, over there. So I gotta, yeah, it's bittersweet for me.
But you got to know your value as well. Like
Yeah.
it may not look good on your resume to jump from job to job to job, but at the same time, if I've been loyal to you as an employee to
Mm-hmm.
my employer, and I have to concoct a email telling you my worth
Mm-hmm.
so that
Mm,
I can get a rate that
Right.
I'm
mm,
deserved of,
Yes.
that's a problem for me
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
because you should know that I'm still here and I'm doing
Mm-hmm.
what I'm supposed to do and I'm going above and beyond.
Right.
But I gotta threaten to leave, or I gotta send an email telling you what I'm how
Mm-hmm.
I'm
right,
worthy of a raise. That's the issue for me.
I mean,
yeah,
that's why I feel like it depends on the company. Like, if someone can stay in a position or at a company for 30 years, kudos to you.
right,
But people who, just like she said, like knowing your worth and knowing that you deserve more and just not having that um be appreciated or accepted, like, yeah, like this person deserves a raise because they've been working their ass off. You know what I'm saying?
hmm,
Like, it's, I get both sides of it, but um it wouldn't bother me if I had to switch a job every 2 years, every
two
three
years.
years. It wouldn't matter. Like, if I'm, like I said, if I know what I'm worth and I know that when I came in here, this is what you told me, and now it's not that. Now I'm good
Exactly.
with change, but if you
Exactly.
tell me
Right,
I'm going to get this in this amount of time and I'm not getting it, and I have to call you and fight with you
Exactly.
right,
Exactly.
on to get what you already promised me, then it's like
yeah,
I probably don't want to be here anyway.
yeah.
Exactly.
The
Exactly.
writing's on the wall by that point.
Yeah, absolutely. You
Yeah,
got to move on or you'll continue to be used.
Yeah.
So
right,
do you want to continue to be used? Or
right,
do you want to go somewhere else where you know your potential is going to be highlighted?
Right.
right.
Because I can stay at a job for 30 years, but where am I at in that 30 years? Am I still in the same position? Am I still
Right,
Right.
like
right.
only at a 2%
Yeah,
salary increase?
Right.
Then we got a
Yep.
problem.
Yeah.
Because why is
yeah.
somebody coming in the door making more money than me?
Mm-hmm.
That.
Mm-hmm.
I've been here.
Right. Now, I was on that side, like I said, that 13 years. I progressed. I went up the ladder. I started from the bottom. Like they say, get it out the mud, but you can only go but so far. So something had to happen. And then, so but yeah, it's bittersweet,
Mhm.
It's bittersweet
I
because
mean, it's never
I
a
would
good.
love to stay at the job for like 30 years
Yeah,
as long as you're
absolutely. I
getting,
mean, you
as
never
long as you're
want to.
excelling,
But
you
like I
know.
said, like for me, it's going to eat away at me if I'm not like, because I'm very big on your word.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you tell me
Mm-hmm.
something, I'm gonna hold you to that shit.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Right.
if I'm not receiving that, it's just kind of like, okay, like I love it here. I love this position. I love what I can do. I love what I bring to the table. I
But you
love
gotta
the
go.
distance, like all of these things, but sometimes you just, it's in your best interest to go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that wraps up another episode for Hot Mic Cold Tea. And if you guys are
Yeah.
wondering, we all grew up in the era of snapbacks and What was the other the cap the
Trucker hats.
trucker hats and the bucket hats
Ed
and all
Hardy.
that.
On
Yeah.
Dutch.
So yeah,
Von Dutch.
had to
Yes.
bring it back for the episode.
Yes, sir.
So anybody have any last words they would like to say?
Mm, no, you know,
Old
just
school me, please. 90s R&B me, please.
yeah, I think we are pretty much on the old school side of things because that's what we were bred off of.
Yes.
It's still relatively new to us with these new times. So we just trying to adapt. So be adaptable as much as possible in these times. And yeah, that's all I got.
I do want to take the volume level down a bit, and just say prayers are with the Minnesota kids. The school shooting that happened there.
Oh, yes.
You know, for somebody to barricade kids inside of a anything, church, building, school, whatever, so they can't run out when you're shooting at them is just insane. It's
Yeah.
insane. And then you used politics to try to further divide America because you had a
Mhm.
Hmm.
personal issue, and for you to even think about what you did and thought that it was okay, just not. We got to stop using politics for our own stupidity and using kids.
Hmm.
That's
Yeah,
that's
and
crazy.
it's sad, you know, condolences to them families and them kids and both families. The boy's family who killed he killed himself, right?
Yeah.
And the kids' families. So yeah, it's just senseless. We can't keep using politics like she said as uh as a shield for somebody's um I guess craziness to say the least. It's just senseless. That's all I gotta say about it. You
It
know.
is. It's completely sensitive.
So go back to watching your children, monitoring your children, talking to them, actually sitting down and having conversations with them and
Yes.
beating their ass if they need it.
Right.
Like just, I mean, because I feel like a lot of the time they don't get that discipline, and that's what kids need. They need discipline. And sometimes it's just a cry out.
Builds character.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what my mom used to tell me. Builds character.
Yeah.
uh, but
So
yeah,
prayers out to all the families.
yeah.
So with that, that was all we have for tonight. And see you next time.
Peace.